Hello and welcome back to the Know. My name is Bruce.
And I'm Lawrence.
And don't forget it's Clap Monday. Please clap. Thank you. Oh, thank you. All right. Just when you thought the console wars were through, they pull you back in.
Yeah, the comment sections were almost getting civil out there.
No, they weren't.
Someone almost got through an entire sentence without challenging someone's sexual orientation the other day.
There's no way that happened. That's
Gay.
Good. That's really good. Well, those peaceful days are gone because we got us a PlayStation 4 Pro coming in under 2 months.
Yes, that means we got to stoke those flames. We got to get those views. We got to come up with some new memes. Like PS4 Pro have no games. Remember that one? That was a good concept.
That's a really good one. We'll take our streaming and our check on the way out. Thank you very much.
Memes padding our bank accounts.
Obviously, this isn't true since the Pro will run all PlayStation 4 games. The issue is, instead, how many games will be updated to take advantage of the PS4 Pro's upgraded hardware?
What? Wait, what the hell are we talking about? Elyse, tell us, please.
Yeah, let's give a little recap here real quick. Sony announced the PS4 Pro at a PlayStation event on September 7th, revealing the long-rumored console with upgraded hardware and the ability to stream video and play games in 4K resolution. 4 more Ks than you're used to.
That's very nice.
Special 4Ks. While all games will see a performance increase, it's up to individual developers and publishers to release content patches to specifically take advantage of the PS4 Pro's upgraded capabilities.
Yep.
Basically, that means the difference between playing a game at 1080p at a higher frame rate or reworking the entire game with better textures and effects to support a 4K display.
Right. Makes a lot of sense there.
So it's reasonable to assume that games currently in development will account for those increased capabilities. The real question is, how many existing games will be updated? And early signs aren't too promising there.
Sony confirmed a seemingly impressive list of games to receive forward compatibility patches during their PlayStation event, including current and upcoming releases like Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, Final Fantasy 15, and Watch Dogs 2.
Yeah, naturally, first-party Sony titles like Horizon Zero Dawn, Uncharted 4, and The Last of Us Remastered are in the mix too.
That's good.
They ought to be.
Yeah,
Sony owns it, and they gotta make our system look good.
Yeah. If you take out the current releases and Sony-published titles, the list gets real small real quick, right, Elyse?
Yeah, in fact, of the games shown during the event, the only non-Sony games released before 2016 are The Elder Scrolls Online.
Yes, I play that all the time!
Bruce loves them Elder Scrolls. The Witness.
I play that all the time, too!
Jonathan Braid. Killing Floor 2.
Sure.
Never finished 1. Rise of the Tomb Raider,
That's
good.
which is actually really good, and Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor, which is pretty great too.
That's games 3 years old, yeah.
Yeah, the list doesn't include heavy hitters like Fallout 4, The Witcher 3, another Bruce fave, The Division, Dragon Age Inquisition, Destiny,
Oh, come on.
and the beat goes on.
Oh boy, that's not good.
My fantasy capes are all pixelated and blurry. You can't see them. Now, bear in mind, we can expect a baseline improvement in performance on all games.
Well, that's good.
But it's worth keeping in mind that your backwards library may not port up if you're looking at spending $400 on a PlayStation 4 Pro. It's just good to have your expectations set properly.
Yeah, also, just because support hasn't been confirmed yet doesn't mean it's not coming, right?
That's possible, but unlikely.
Oh, man.
At least, why is that?
Yeah, well, Vice Gaming's Patrick Klepek gumshoed his way up and down publisher PRO.
Game detective, they call him.
Game detective. He was putting the screws to every major publisher, asking whether or not they plan to roll out 4K patches for their big releases.
Yeah.
So if you're on the fence about the PS4 Pro, you should check the full article, which we have a link in the description there for you. But to summarize, of the publishers that have responded, most aren't currently planning a 4K patch, but are open to the idea.
Okay.
Which again is painting the picture that most existing games probably won't get updated.
Yeah. So why is that, Lawrence? Tell me.
Well, it's because it costs money. It's kind of the same with us.
What a surprise.
Yeah, right. So it's kind of confusing, right? Because for the games that are already on PC, they already have a 4K version of that game.
Absolutely.
And shouldn't it be as simple as just packing all that up and rolling it out on the PS4?
I feel like
Yeah.
it should.
It's not!
Oh, okay.
Specifically as explained by the Witcher 3 developer CD Projekt Red.
Okay. Yeah, so speaking to Eurogamer, CD Projekt explained that, quote, "We want to fully focus on Cyberpunk 2077. That's awesome. And Gwent, the standalone game, that's not awesome. And converting the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt from a full HD game into a 4K one would be too much of a time and resource consuming process."
CD Projekt Red!
Oh, come on, CD Projekt Red. You're the fucking hero of the common man, aren't you? I thought.
Every Polish guy out there has just got a pennant on his wall. CD Projekt.
I guess not.
They're doing it, holding it down for us. So yeah, as Eurogamer explains, it's not as simple as just rolling out higher resolution textures. There are a lot of other effects that have to work in harmony to present a balanced image.
Yeah.
You can have sharp-ass textures, really crisp, but if you don't have the draw distance, post-process, and lighting, you get a weird visual mismatch that can make a game look a lot more video gamey.
Okay.
If you ever played like a PC port of a PlayStation 2 game, it looks really fucking weird because it's super high resolution. All the textures are blurry as fuck, and it just looks like toys running around in a diorama set.
Yeah, I guess that's where the real work is, balancing all the visual effects to create a game world that looks unified. That's why developers can't just turn quality knobs up willy-nilly and still get a nice looking game.
Yeah, and if you're thinking about it from a logistics issue, there's not a lot of reason for publishers to dedicate time and resources to retrofitting old games.
Yeah, that's true.
Putting developers on a project that takes time and money is essentially lost cost when it's not going to result in more unit sales for a game that's 3 years old. You're just giving somebody a nice thing for having bought your game in the past.
Right.
But that costs a lot of money.
So while you can expect PS4 Pro support out of current and future releases, don't expect to dig back through your PS4 vault and find it crammed full of pixels.
Oh man.
Elyse, how much does that bum you out?
Well, at least they're not going to be paying us for the patches to up-res to 4K, right? So at least we got that going for us.
So you mean like it's not going to be paid DLC, like we're not going to have to pay for it?
Yeah, there was a whole like little moment there where it was rumored that developers were going to be charging for like upgrade patches,
Oh,
and then
man.
Sony was like, no, it's not going
Sony's
to
charging
happen.
them. That's the fun part.
Yeah, that's...
So at least we got that going.
Hey, in a perfect world, everything would be free, everybody would work for free, and all games would have all the pixels.
That's
but
CD Projekt Red's world, right, Elyse?
Nyet. Nyet.
Can I just watch that movie Ed with a monkey in peace?
I'm telling you,
Is that animatronic or a guy in a suit?
I thought it was a real monkey.
That was a real
I
monkey.
don't think so.
Come on, man.
Look it up.
What kind of world do you think we live in? A world where movies lie about real monkeys that play real
had to
baseball?
have been a real monkey.
You don't think it was a monkey?
That was definitely a monkey.
You look at the trailer and it looks like a dude in a monkey.
It's because it was a great monkey. You don't believe anymore. That's your problem. You don't believe in the magic.
Yeah, no,
Movie.
seriously.
IMDb trivia. I wish Adam was here.
Fuck me.
Ed the chimp is actually, quote, just a guy in a suit, according to Matt LeBlanc, with a mechanically controlled head. The head made so much noise that all the dialogue in the scenes, which included the chimp, had to be redubbed in post-production.
I thought for sure there was a real monkey in that trailer. Not that I ever saw the movie.
I still believe in miracles.